What's happening, Steam? Another day, another blog post. Or another vlog, should I say. So I just read a blog post by Mark Zuckerburg, the CEO of Facebook. And it's a very interesting post because he talks about a personal challenge that he's going to take upon himself for this year. And that challenge is to, amongst other things, and what's most interesting to us, look at the issue of centralization and decentralization, particularly as it pertains to his company, Facebook. Now, he's not very explicit about what he's talking about, but he does mention that the current zeitgeist is that the internet is being monopolized by a few centralized companies, which include Facebook, and that his whole vision when he got into this area was to have a decentralized internet where the power was in the hands of the people. So he's found himself being the king on top of a throne that he doesn't want. I think would be the most eloquent way of putting it. And he says, well, actually, there are things that run counter to this whole centralization, and he included cryptocurrency as one of those things that run counter to that. And he says, and is pledged to look deeper into cryptocurrency and encryption, and seeing how he can incorporate this into his services. So quite woolly language. He's potentially opened a hornet's nest. There's two ways of looking at this, right? He could really be superficial and just say, well, actually, at the end of my deep exploration, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to integrate Xcoin into the Facebook platform, and you'll be able to tip your friends as well as like stuff. And, you know, the buzzword cryptocurrency has now been incorporated into Facebook. Now, that would not suffice in terms of dealing with the issue of centralization or decentralization. What he really should have said is he's going to look into blockchain technology. And then we're talking, and then we're cooking, because then we can be looking at, actually, should Facebook be run using central servers, or should they be using blockchain? And by that I mean, when you post on Facebook, you're posting onto Facebook central servers, and if Facebook decide they don't like what you post, they can take it down, right? They can censor it. However, if Facebook was to move and say, well, actually, we're no longer going to use central servers, we're going to use a blockchain, and you're now going to be posting to a blockchain, it then becomes immutable and very difficult, if not nigh on impossible, to completely remove posts from the blockchain. Although Facebook can filter what you see in the interface, you would still be able to see it on the blockchain. And you can imagine where you've got a scenario where you have Facebook and somebody else creates a view of the blockchain, which is Facebook Uncensored, which has all of the posts, including the ones which Facebook has tried to censor. And you know, this opens up a whole hornet's nest around data protection, around censorship, and it's well and good if you're coming from a position of a blockchain like Steam, which is out there, which is decentralized from the beginning, which if you post on Steam or one of the interfaces like Steemit or busy.org or DTube, the text at least is going against the blockchain, and you know that from the outset. However, most people who post on Facebook at the moment would have a reasonable expectation that if somebody was putting hate speech on Facebook, that it's going to be taken down and deleted into oblivion, right? That's not going to happen if they move to a blockchain model. And I think that, you know, the resistance against that for a behemoth like Facebook would be huge. for them to, it's almost like they're going complete about face as to what they stand for. And another part of the power is the money. So what cryptocurrencies and blockchains do is they offer everybody the opportunity to partake in the finances. So if you look at something like Steam, for example, there's no real central body that runs or owns Steam. You know, anybody can purchase Steam, and if Steam goes up in value, anybody can have the benefits of that. That's not quite the case with Facebook. Facebook's a company, it has shareholders, and yes, you can buy shares in Facebook, but ultimately Facebook works towards the benefit of its shareholders. Steam is just a decentralized cryptocurrency that doesn't work towards the benefit of anybody. It's just a community, and the community decides in a true kind of power to the people way the direction of that currency. Yes, Steam has things like witnesses, but those witnesses are voted in by the community. Nobody votes in the the people that use Facebook do not have a say over who is in charge of Facebook. The shareholders do, and often the shareholders' interest and you as a user's interest are not aligned on places like Facebook. So if you're really talking about centralization and decentralization, there are two major things which the blockchain addresses that are big threats to Facebook. And one is censorship resistance, you know, not being able to censor using the blockchain, and two is the financial model, so not being beholden to middlemen like Facebook company who will make money out of your efforts as people who are socializing on the platform. I don't know. I mean, I'm not convinced that. I think he might look into it. I mean, if Trey's a genuine guy, I think Zuckerberg might look into it. But then, business-wise, there's going to be so much resistance to him doing anything meaningful to decentralize Facebook. Let's be real. You know, turkeys don't vote for Christmas. So, you know, these shareholders are not going to want to decentralize Facebook and mess around with their profits. Yeah, they might want to do a gimmick and incorporate some random coin or create a Facebook coin that people can tip with. But I think that would be the long and short of it. And, you know, the buzz and speculation boys will get, you know, will get their kicks out of that. But we're talking about real differences and real decentralization. Probably Facebook isn't the best bet to look for starting that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's the new year. You know, I've got all kinds of promises. I won't eat chocolates. I'm going to work out a bit more. And it's only, what, the 4th of January. So yeah, I'm going well with that for now. But let's see how Mark Zuckerberg's resolutions hold up come the middle and the end of the year. All right, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on Steemit at NanzoScoop. I will speak to you another time.